Okay, yes.
We're good. Thanks, Kathy. All right, good evening, everyone, and thanks for coming out to the January 13th, 2026 Town of Oakland Commission meeting. If everybody could please stand for the pledge, remain in invocation. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Miss Matt.
Our Father, Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, we come tonight in the humblest manner we know how, truly to say thank you for letting us see the first commissioner meeting for 2026. You brought us through 2025 standing tall. We're asking thee, Lord, that thou forgive us of sins of omission as well as sins of commission. And whatever be done tonight, Lord, ask me would I let it be done decent and in order. And truly let the words of our mouths and the meditations of our heart truly be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. This we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Good evening, Kathy.
Good evening. Commissioner Keller?
Here.
Vice Mayor Satterfield?
Present.
Mayor Taylor?
Here.
Commissioner Ramos is absent. Commissioner McMullen?
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Okay, let me be the first to wish everybody a Happy New Year for 2026. I'm not sure when you're supposed to stop saying Happy New Year. I heard it was January 6th, I heard it was the 4th, so Happy New Year to everybody. 13th. Today's the 13th. So tonight we got a presentation and a couple of proclamations. We'll start off with that first. So the presentation is Trees of the Season, the decorating contest winner, and I'd like to ask Lynn to come up and present.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming. And I hope that you were able to come to the Arts and Heritage Center during the Christmas season to view the trees. We had 15 trees on display this year. Quite a vast variety, very creative trees, I must say. And we are here tonight to present the winner. And I'm so excited. Who won? You will be too. But before we bring them up, I would like to bring Nicole Hurley up. Nicole was kind enough to sponsor Trees of the Season this year, sponsor the winner. And if you remember, last year Nicole and her husband Greg, they had a tree, Pups of Oakland, which was very popular, and they did very well. And then this year they decided to become a sponsor. So Nicole, I would like you to come up and you can say a word, and we'll present the winning plaque and check to Oakland Nature Preserve. Nicole, come on up too, Nicole.
Thank you. As Lynn said, my name is Nicole Hurley. I'm an estate planning and probate attorney here in Oakland, and I'm very grateful to be a sponsor of the Trees of the Season. I think it's a wonderful tradition. Thank you to Lynn and to Megan and to the town for putting on such a great event. All the trees were really interesting and unique and creative this year, and I just want to say congrats to the Oakland Nature Preserve. It was a beautiful tree, a creative tree, and I think it's definitely one of the best places in this area to take a walk. So congratulations to the Oakland Nature Preserve.
And if I may say, the donation to Oakland Nature Preserve is $300. So thank you again to Nicole for being so gracious. And then here is your plaque. And if I may say, they won by a landslide. They did. Their tree was amazing. It was called Feathered Friends. It was absolutely amazing. I heard birds chirping for 2 months, 2.5 months. And I loved every minute of it. But thank you all so much.
Thank you. Lynn, was there any runner-ups or anything like that?
Oh, sure. So second place was Polka Dogs Rescue. If you saw their tree, they had a big spread and it was really cute. A lot of the kids loved it. And we actually had a sponsor for second and third place too. Honorable mentions, Prairie House Coffee sponsored second and third place and gave them some swag. Polka Dogs Rescue was in second place, and Winter Garden Tree Care was in third place. And if you came in the center, that was the really weird tree that was just a pole with the tree at the top, and the little elf on the shelf was trying to pull the lights off. It was really cute. Really good job. But yeah,
Thank
They're
you.
always so creative, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep, thank you, Lynn. Okay, next on the list is a proclamation, and this is for Martin Luther King Jr. Day for January 19th. Whereas the town of Oakland celebrates its diverse community and honors Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s belief in valuing individuals for their commitment to create a better life for all through service. Dr. King's legacy of peace, justice, equality, and service inspires us to build a world free from prejudice and injustice. His dream of unity and social justice encourages us to strengthen our community through acts of service, such as volunteering, aiding those in need, and environmental stewardship. The town of Oakland joins communities nationwide in honoring Dr. King's ideas. Now therefore, I, Shane Taylor, Mayor of Town of Oakland, proclaim January 19, 2026 as Martin Luther King Jr. Day in Oakland. I urge all citizens to reflect on Dr. King's principles of equality and justice and celebrate this day by embracing his mission of service through projects benefiting our community. It's a day on, not a day off. Next on the list is the School Choice Week proclamation. Whereas all children in the town of Oakland should have access to the highest quality education possible, the town of Oakland recognizes the important role that an effective education plays in preparing all students in the town of Oakland to be successful adults. Quality education is critically important to the economic vitality of the town of Oakland. And Orange County is home to a multitude of high-quality public and non-public schools from which parents can choose for their children. In addition to families who educate their children in the home, educational variety not only helps to diversify our economy, but also enhances the vibrancy of our community. The town of Oakland has many high-quality teaching professionals in all types of school settings who are committed to educating our children. School Choice Week is celebrated across the country by millions of students, parents, educators, schools, and organizations to raise awareness of the need for effective educational options. Now therefore, I, Shane Taylor, on behalf of the Town of Oakland Commission, do hereby recognize January 25th through January 31st, 2026 as School Choice Week, and I call this observance to the attention of our citizens. All right, that takes care of the presentations and proclamations. Moving on to our consent agenda, and before we go to that, I'd like to pull item C, which is the approval to allow the Office of Orange County Supervisor of Elections to open and run all vote by mail ballots through the tabulator on election day. That we just had a workshop on that, our meeting on that previously at 6:30, and so there's no need to vote on that. And I'm pulling item E, approval of proposals for common ground maintenance services and standards contract amendment for landscape services. There were some documents that didn't make the packet that's in front of you now. There was one document that was included in there, so we can certainly put that in after this and discuss that with John to talk about that. So what's on there tonight is approval of December 9th, 2025 Town Commission regular meeting minutes, the approval to serve alcoholic beverages at ONP Stores at the Preserve, approval of independent contractors agreement with CGS Communications for RFP 2025-01A security camera replacements with cloud-based storage and maintenance, and the approval of the Waste Pro request for a CPI adjustment. Anybody would like to discuss anything or make a motion?
I'm sorry, I might have heard you wrong. We were taking E off and not
C and E.
C and E. Okay, sorry.
And I just wanted to say, on behalf of the Nature Preserve, that mark your calendars for March 7th.
Yep. Any comments, questions, or I'll entertain a motion?
Go ahead.
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda with the removal of item C and item E.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. Okay, moving on to, well, let's talk a little quick, John, L, if you would, let's talk about item, kind of page over, there's like, wow, there's nothing on there. Item E, the common grounds maintenance, and if you can kind of just really briefly tell us, what that's all about. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So staff was tasked a couple months ago to look into the maintenance contracts for landscaping. We currently have about 3 contractors now that basically covers most of the landscaping throughout the town. So we was tasked to kind of isolate that and get one vendor. So we I don't want to say we went out bid, but we inquired from each vendor kind of like a scope of a cost estimate on how much they would charge us, basically, if we was to use their services. And we got back roughly about 3 bids. Top Notch came in at the lowest, and we was roughly saving around about $50,000 a year. We decided to take on some of the lawn maintenance ourselves, at least cut that by 50%. And yeah, so Top Notch came in at the lowest, and that's what we're here for.
Okay, well, thank you. We need to make a motion to accept Top Notch as the choice contractor for lawn maintenance, so.
I'm confused, why would we just on a different
The
thing?
whole entire packet was not even something that was presented. So
Okay.
there was a CJS or
JLC.
JLC's.
Which is what we have in front of us
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it fair and right, we should discuss it.
Okay.
Excuse me, Mayor. This item, this was approved at the last meeting. We are approving the contract tonight.
Just the agreement of the contract with, agreement with the Top Notch contract
Okay.
with Top Notch,
Mhm.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, not trying to make it more confusing than what it is. Okay,
Okay.
all right,
Yes.
so we're approving the contract. Is any questions or concerns? Okay, you make a motion?
I'll make that motion to approve Top Notch as our landscape maintenance of choice for the contract.
Second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right. Okay, moving on to, public forum. This is where we address matters that's not on the agenda. 3-minute time limit. Do we have any takers tonight? I guess, hi Becky.
I'm Becky Corcoran, and I live at 19 Oakland Point Circle. And if you don't know where I live, I am that house that is surrounded by Farley Farms on 3 sides. So, probably about a year and a half ago, I had plans for the landscaping, but I noticed that the builder was out there with a landscape company a couple weeks ago. And I want to see if somehow the town could ask for some sort of buffer. I want to plant stuff, but I don't know what they're planting, so I don't want to double build or double plant stuff. And we just have a really hard time. My dogs are used to coyotes. They're not used to stray dogs running in the area. And there's a lot of traffic back there, a lot of traffic. We're getting probably 60 to 70 people a day, and that's a lot. So we want to just kind of plant some stuff for a buffer, but I don't want to do what the builder's doing. So I kind of just trying to request the town to see what they have plans back there.
Okay. I think we can get that right, please.
Yeah, we can see what they have planned. They might not be willing to do anything on those because those will be individual homeowner lots, but we can definitely check.
Well, the way I'm seeing from where I had plans before, they were gonna do something on the south side of my property. That's before the 8 lots there, but now there's a retention pond. So I don't know if they plan on still doing that. And then along the back side, I had seen that they were gonna plant oak trees, which is horrible for my retaining wall. And on the north side of our property, they weren't gonna do anything, because there is that adjacent lot that's gonna be there. So I'm not quite sure now, everything has changed.
We can definitely check and let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Becky.
Yep.
Anyone else? Ann, come on up. Ann, how are you tonight?
Hi, Ann Fulton, 227 Largo Vista.
I just want to talk briefly about the trash pickup. I know that there's been some discussion on the interwebs, which is not the proper protocol. I know that, so I want to talk about my personal experience. In John's Landing, we have the crane truck that comes around and dumps the trash. They've been driving up, picking up one bin, dumping it. If it falls off, tough crap, they go dump the other bin and just leave the stuff. Of course, during the holidays, it was intermittent. Last week, for example, for recycling, if it was not in the bin, if it was sitting beside the bin, like all your Christmas boxes do from Amazon, they did not pick those up at all. They would dump a bin and leave stuff on the ground beside it. I talked to Kathy and got the number from the lady from Waste Pro to email. Never got a response back from them. In the agreement, there are very strict guidelines that they're supposed to follow. Our committee did a really great job putting together very strict guidelines so that we have the best service. And that's amazing. When I read through it on paper, it looks great. However, there's some conflicting information. This agreement says that we go through our Public Works if we have a problem with it, and they fill out a form and send it to Waste Pro, and that should be tracked. And if they're screwing up, then they should be fined according to the agreement. There's very detailed definitions for what the fine should be. My problem is if we're told by Waste Pro to go directly to Waste Pro to file the complaint, there's no holding Waste Pro accountable for when they're not doing what they're supposed to do according to the contract. And when all of that adds up at the end of the year, just like we did now, we're renewing, we're paying them more money, and we're still getting crap service. So I know that it's limited, maybe it's only on our side where we have the crane truck, but it's still something that they need to be held accountable for. And we need proper communication. So do we go through Public Works? Do we go to Waste Pro? What's the correct answer for the people?
John L.
No, I can respond to this one. I've done a little research today. So just, there's a few things going on here. Thank you for your comments, first of all. We hear you. In the agreement, so for everybody to understand, in the agreement, Waste Pro has between 7 a.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. to actually complete their service for the day. And what the agreement says is if they don't complete it that day, they'll come back. What is happening in Johns Cove and Johns Landing is because recycling is all done throughout town all on the same day. And so the truck that goes through Johns Cove and Johns Landing gets filled up. It has to go and dump the stuff. It cannot often make it back on time. So what they're doing is they're bringing an automated truck in for the first round, and then they're coming in with a manual truck for the second round. So I believe that Scott went the day after you shared your pictures, and there wasn't anything left on the ground.
I can tell you as a matter of fact that my boxes were picked up by the garbage man the next day, not by recycling.
Okay. So I think it's good to know, because by the time he went out there and got the information, they were pretty much all picked up. And so it is our understanding that the manual truck is going through and picking up a lot of that. But people need to give them till 8 o'clock, so they don't need to. So when they're coming home from work at 5 or 6, if they're picking them up and taking them back in, that doesn't help us solve this problem. And so initially, I think the wording was that the town would be taking the complaints directly, but because we don't have as much manpower, and you can read in there in another section that Waste Pro does have the staffing to do that. So if we can start with going through their website, they have a form to fill out, starting there, but also if it doesn't get resolved, then letting us know. So Scott is on top of it. He's in communication with them.
Okay.
But again, if he's going out the next day and it's somebody else has picked it up, then he can't see for himself.
Right.
So that's the only way we're gonna hold them accountable and responsible for the fees you're talking about, is if we physically can verify ourselves,
Okay,
right?
right, yeah, I understand, but I never received a response back,
Okay,
and so
yeah,
I felt like,
yeah, then that's perfect to let us know so we can follow up on
okay,
our side.
perfect, thank you.
Yes,
So just for my edification, so the process is, if you have a problem with your trash, you contact Waste Pro? or
you go right to their website, right, and there's an Oakland specific page, and there's a form you fill out to say whatever happened. I'm missing, my container got taken, I need a new container, I need a different size container, I missed a pickup. So the way that the agreement reads, and it's important to understand, is that if you let Waste Pro know if they missed your house, so number one, they have cameras on their trucks that are tracking barcodes on each can. So if somebody calls us at 5 o'clock and says they missed my pickup today, we can actually go back and see, was that can out curbside when the truck went by it. If we are aware by noon, they're supposed to pick it up the same day. If we're made aware after that, it would be the next day, but that's what the agreement says.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank you.
Good, all right, thanks.
I'm just not, so I'm looking on their website. Is there supposed to be,
It should be on the left side. There's a link from our page as well. I think that's probably easier. I don't have it in front of me, but if you go to the link on our page, it should take you specifically to their page, and that form should be on the left-hand side,
So the message is just go to the town website.
and link over. But it takes you right to Waste Pro's
Right
site.
there.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, how does that, now I'm kind of confused, how does that work if we're supposed to have some sort of fine for what they don't do, and how does that get collected?
Well, and that's what I'm saying, is that in order for us to be able to do that is, so they're supposed to
That
be.
website will be tracking?
They're supposed to be tracking those, right? And so if for some reason they're not following up and they're not getting, and residents aren't getting a response from Waste Pro, they need to let us know as soon as possible so that Scott can go out and verify the situation,
Okay,
so that we can hold them accountable.
so Scott's verification is what holds the accountability?
Correct.
Okay.
Any other questions? Good topic, thank you. All right, anyone else in the public forum sector? Nothing? Okay, we'll close the public forum and we'll move on to the town manager and the department reports.
Can I actually, no, Nicole, can you come up and talk about two things? Talk a little bit about Heritage Day and the auction part, and also about Pours at the Preserve.
Hello, I'm Nicole O'Brien with Oakland Nature Preserve. Wanted to let everybody know, first of all, Heritage Day, Oakland Heritage Day is coming up on January 31st. We're very excited about that. We have invited a lot of our nonprofit partners to join us in the Oakland Nature Preserve section, so we're excited to showcase their friends too with that. And part of our participation is a raffle. So this year we are, instead of a silent auction, we have about 6 to 8 items that we will be raffling off. We are going to start with an online auction, actually. I'm going to pre-sell tickets starting January 21st through 27th. And then the day of the event, we'll sell raffle tickets from 10 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. And we've got some great items going for that, so very excited. And thank you to Public Works as well for saving us a few of those street signs. I know those were popular last year. And then coming up next after that, we do have our annual fundraiser, Pours at the Preserve. So that is an adult evening at the Preserve. We're not usually open in the evenings, so it's kind of a great opportunity to come out and explore the Preserve at night. Tickets will go on sale for that on January 21st as well, and they are $50 a ticket. And it is heavy hors d'oeuvres and wine and beer. And we encourage you to walk down the boardwalk for sunset and then start to look for some fireflies, because firefly season should start soon after that. So be on the lookout for notifications for those events. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, I had a whole bunch of stuff on here and I'm like looking around and I'll let Lynn cover the rest of Heritage Day. Town offices will be closed on Monday, January 19th in observance of MLK Day. If you are looking for something to do, U.S. Hunger hosts an MLK Day of Service Million Meal Pack at Orange County Convention Center, and they're still looking for some volunteers, so you can go to Eventbrite, search MLK Day of Service. There's still spots available in the morning from 9 to 10:30, 1 to 2:30. I've helped with this before. I'm going to help this year. It's a great event. It's a lot of fun. A good way to give back. Like the mayor said, it's a day of not taking the day off, but helping out. So if you can't do that, if you can do something local to help out, I'm sure ONP could use volunteers. That would be great. And then legislative session at the Capitol started today, and there's lots of bills going on that could impact Oakland, so we'll be keeping a close eye on the session. FLC does a really good job during the session of having weekly meetings. They just had one yesterday. They'll be having one next Tuesday to kind of update on where the bills are at. So there's a lot already happening, and we need to stay on top of it. And the only other thing is that we're started the process of transitioning John L. to Public Works Director. So Mike Parker's now over at Town Hall. He'll become the Capital Projects Coordinator. So he'll be focusing on grants and capital improvement projects. And then in February, he'll go down to about 32 hours a week for a while. And then if all goes well for the rest of the month, John L. will officially become the Public Works Director on February 1st. If after tonight he decides that's still something he's interested in. That's all.
February 1st, start calling John out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he's over operations already. We did that December 1 to give him a full idea of what that looks like. So right now, call him operationally. If it's capital improvement grants, that's still Mike.
Okay. All right.
And you're still here.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Elise.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, you have anything good?
I'm trying to attend Hi there, I do understand that we have our employee anniversaries listed out ahead of time. However, I am remiss to say that we haven't been including our charter school employees in that list. So today, I just want to highlight 2 additional employees that are celebrating their anniversaries this year with us, and that's Deanna Reynolds, 4 years, and our other HR professional, Bianca Pedrosa, at the school. So it definitely takes a unifying group to make things run smoothly, and I just want to make sure that I do highlight them. In addition, I want to point out that the 10-year anniversaries that are on here are both our part-timers, and in my experience, having part-time employees be with an organization for 10 years is something very special, so I wanted to make sure that I highlighted those employees as well.
Great. Do you want to say who they are? I have it if you don't have it.
Yes, of course. Colton Warren, he's our reserve officer with Oakland PD, and Bradley Fincher, he is with Public Works. He's there Monday through Friday checking our water treatment plants. Whether it's a holiday or not, he is out there 5 days a week.
That's great. And I appreciate you doing that, because I would take that anybody 10 years or more, because it's a big achievement when you stay with an organization for that long period of time. So you do want to recognize those people that do serve the town and the community. So thank you. Lynn, how are you?
That way.
Hi there. I just wanted to talk about a little bit about Heritage Day that's coming up as well. We have 2 different genres of music booked for the day. In the morning, it'll be Lucky to Be, which is actually Kyle Zavada, who used to be the music teacher at the charter school. It's his band. And then we have Sean Holcomb, who's a pretty well-known country artist. He actually performed here a few years ago, and he had such a following, and everybody loved him so much that we brought him back. So we're looking forward to that day. We have a lot of activities, family activities, and as well as OMP. And Healthy West Orange will be present with their Fresh Start Zone, lots of food, and actually alcohol too. And it's going to be a great day, and it's January 31st from 10 to 2. And then as far as the Arts and Heritage Center, we just took down Trees of the Season and the current exhibit, and have been working very hard for the next one coming up, which will also open on Heritage Day. And it is a Black History tribute, and we're celebrating art and icons that are changing America. And we've got some really cool information and art for you to see, so make sure you stop on by. It'll be on display all the way through the end of March.
Great. Thank you. Did anybody have any information on the 5K? It's Weston's 5K?
Yes, what can I tell you about it?
It's that morning of, right?
Yes,
How do
it
you
is that
register?
morning. We met with Healthy West Orange, a little over a week ago, and they already have over 600 reservations, so we're looking for a very huge crowd this year. But you register online, it is free. They do give away shirts, but it's like first come, first serve, so if you're interested in walking or running the 5K, make sure you get yourself registered right away. And the registration process will be right outside the center at 8 o'clock that morning, and then the race begins at 9:30. Orlando Health usually comes and does like a warm-up, and we have the Orlando Health drum line there, so it's a really, really good atmosphere for an hour and a half of warm-up before the race begins. And then the Oakland Avenue Charter School Spirit Squad will be standing at the finish line cheering everybody on with the Orlando Health drum line.
Yep. Fun race, good time.
Yes.
So yes, free too. Good. All right, Deputy Chief, how are you?
I'm good, Mayor, thank you. Nothing to report from the police department, we're doing fine.
Good deal. All right. Can I know anything else from you?
Yes, sir. So, right now, some of the projects that, we got going on right now, survey work for Sadler Trail and Park begins today and will continue for a few days. The project, when completed, will provide a pedestrian pathway beginning at the Almond Pavilion along with the West Orange Trail, and then meanders through Longleaf neighborhood, passing 3 Oakland cemeteries along the way, becomes intertwined with a linear fitness park along Sadler Avenue, and then provides a sidewalk along South Tubb Street, before finally ending up at the Arts and Heritage Building in West Orange Trail. Also, survey work is continuing along Broadway Avenue and several side streets to allow for the design of the next septic to sewer project. Construction of the infrastructure is anticipated to begin no earlier than January 2027. Catherine Ross Road is really taking shape. Now that Johns Lake outfall culverts have been installed, the pace of the work will move very quickly. Current estimates place the opening of the new road around April 1st, 2026. This new roadway will provide an additional route to get from Oakland Avenue out to State Road 50. So that's all we have for public works.
Great, thanks. Appreciate it. Kathy, anything for you?
No, I have no report.
All right, great. Okay, so Commissioner Keller?
I do not have anything.
Commissioner McMullen?
I'll just be real quick. I just want to echo, the session did start today. I was on the call one yesterday. That's going to be weekly, like she mentioned. We're not going to have it next week because of the MLK holiday. Over 1,000 bills have been filed already. The big piece, of course, that's going to probably affect us is the property taxes, and it's still a lot of controversy. A lot of, I guess you say not controversy, but there is no direct solution. But I did hear one of the solutions was to raise the homestead exemption from another $200,000, which would be another cut to the overall revenues to cities and towns and villages. So right now it's at $50,000, as we all know, who passed homestead exemption, but adding another $200,000. But again, there is no solution as far as how they want to go between the the House and the Senate, and along with Governor DeSantis, who's in his last session. And as been stated, at least stated that we're going to be watching what's going on in Tallahassee. That's going to affect us here back home. And it's very important that we do. Thank you so much.
So there's no solution. Just keep on chipping away, they just.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. They may make it a special session. That's what they said.
They did say that.
They may make it a special session because DeSantis is on his way out, and because of this, people are jockeying to run, and so that everyone is trying to plant this, their seeds as far as who will be the new leadership. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of infighting going on. So there's really no direct action, but they may put this piece as a special session.
Am I right? I heard maybe March they would go. Is that right?
Because this session, 6 days, so it ends in March, so they may add on.
Right. Okay.
Just for this one particular topic. That's the big hot, but of course, it's among stuff that doesn't affect us. People who have 10,000 acres of land, they can develop it how they want to, but that doesn't affect us. But it does affect some of the major cities, St. Augustine, Jacksonville, I think down in Miami, some other areas. That was one of the biggest ones. If you have more than 10,000 acres of land, and there's development all the way around, you can develop it where you want to, but a lot of times we don't have that big challenge.
Yeah. Thank you. And I think coming up on that with the tax and property valuation tax and stuff, the town is going to, Elise is going to host a couple of educational workshops. So you can kind of get educated on both sides of what's happening there and how it will affect your community in town. So just both of those should be posting those here soon. Vice Mayor.
I'm good. Just here's to a great new year. Everyone was happy 2026.
Absolutely.
I didn't think I'd make 26 years old, much
So just a couple of things for me. Just what to expect in the upcoming maybe quarter here. That's coming up in the next commission meetings. We'll start hearing these. I know cell towers and cell connectivity here in town stinks, and we're working to make that better. So we do have a cell tower rezoning plan that's in place. That's actually being, I think, reviewed by council, and that will allow us as town to allow cell towers, and I think I mentioned this a while back, allow us to contract with cell tower providers to place their tower onto town property, and in turn, the town collects the revenue off of that lease agreement with the cell tower providers. And then however many providers are on that tower, you collect that revenue as well. So it'd be a great revenue stream for the town doing that. So you'll hear more and more about that as it goes. The other one is, if you can pay attention a little bit, Winter Garden just kind of first reading, I think, of an e-bike ordinance.
No,
Second reading and passed of an e-bike ordinance. And it's these, you guys have seen them, the e-bikes going 30 miles an hour down the road and down the trail and all that. So we're going to look at that as a town and start looking at maybe adopting certain things to kind of help safety-wise in the town. So you'll see that start coming out as well. The last item I have on here is Orange County has asked the town to appoint a representative to on the Community Action Board. And what the Community Action Board is it is a board that has a rotating basis between different municipalities, and it has to be an elected official that has to sit on this committee. They meet every other month, I believe is what it is, and they provide advisory oversight for the development, planning, implementation, evaluations of programs to serve Orange County's low-income communities. So again, it's second Wednesday of every other month, 4 o'clock, and it's at Orange County downtown. So I would like to ask anyone sitting up here if you could kind of see if you're interested in participating or volunteering for that. And we've got to give them an answer as quick as we can. This has been sitting out here for a while. We thought first we could just appoint a resident, but it has to be a elected representative. Again, we're in the rotation, come up for this period. So if you're interested and you want to serve on the board for that, just let Elise know, and then she can get you guys set up on that. Okay?
And make it real quick, we're gonna have to have someone replace Saul Sal on Metro Plan too.
Yeah, so once that's turned over, yeah, we're gonna have to have Metro Plan boards. This board that just popped up, I serve on the chamber board, school board, so, yeah, might have to serve on a couple of boards. So, correct, yes. Other than that, folks, that's all I got tonight. Thank you.
All right, if all hearts and minds are satisfied, let's adjourn. It is now 7:41 p.m.